VGC tournaments are the apex of competitive Pokémon battling, where one has the chance to fight against the very best Pokémon trainers. In this video, we participate in the Devil's Den tournament to try to improve our craft. Watch as I experience my first ever online tournament. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Before our team breakdown, I would like to point out that this video and future ones are built around my participation on online tournaments, and they will be centered on a more casual approach. In them, I will be trying to learn and master my craft, so be ready to watch me improve and become a better player in the course of these videos. Dumb plays will be made and mistakes will happen, so be warned. This video will be the first part of a series on the channel, so expect at least another video on this specific tournament. As always, the respective Pokepaste is down in the description below. If you are enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more VGC related videos. Timestamps are also in the description below, so feel free to skip to the battles if you want. Rhydon and Lunala are a restricted pairing that does not see much use these days. In the beginning of the regulation, it was a pretty strong fighting and ghost core, complementing themselves quite well. But in the more recent tournaments, Lunala was quickly switched with Calyrex Shadow Rider, a superior offensive beast. Although Calyrex and Rhydon are a phenomenal pairing, as you guys saw in the previous video, I prefer a more balanced approach to VGC, therefore maintaining my preference on Lunala. This duo is extremely strong against the common core of Shadow Rider Zamazenta. Particularities with this team revolve around the adamant max speed, max attack Rhydon, the extremely defensive Grassy Seed Lunala, the taunt Fluttermane, and the max HP, max defense Chopo Berry Incineroar. The goal of this team was to make a new take on the Seed Lunala, something that had mixed results, whilst enabling Rhydon to take control of the game with superior offense, with the use of speed control options such as Trick Room and or Icy Wind. I would say that this team is, in fact, quite capable, as it can always find a way to maneuver itself against most pairings, especially due to its bulkiness and the double fake out pressure. Going into this tournament, it was important for me to neutralize common cores, such as Shadow Rider with Smeargle and Zamazenta, and Miraidon with Ice Rider, therefore applying some of the tech options that I described previously. With the layout of this team explained, let's go on to the battles. So right now we are going to face our first opponent, and our first opponent is going to be rocking a Zacian team with Calyrex Shadow Rider. I think we are done. This is my first time, so I'm sorry. So yeah, this is the team, the Zacian with the Kali Shadow. So what can we see? What can we decide on? The Shadow Rider is really threatening, and the Zacian as well. They are extremely fast Pokemon, so placing a Trick Room is vital. Okay, we can win the game with speed control. To achieve this kind of speed control, we can do this in two different ways. With Trick Room, like I said, but also with Icy Wind. I think that in this first round we can go with these four. I think Rillaboom, Assault Vest Rillaboom can be quite annoying for the opponent, especially because of the fast fake out. So yeah, I think these four are nice. The Tornadoes is of course really threatening for us, and it learns Rain Dance, so that's a thing that we also have to keep in mind, because it can just go for the Prankster Rain Dance. Okay, and that seems okay, so it looks like that is going to be the leader, which is completely fine. I'm expecting... Okay, so their Landorus is actually Earth Power Sledge Bomb substitute. Okay. So I think Rain Dance is coming our way. Because I think this, I will... What can I do? We are going to lose a lot of power right now. So I actually think that just protecting our switching, I think that protecting and just icy winding is the best choice. We could have switched our Pokemon, but our Koraidon, but I don't think that that's necessary. So yeah, I do not think that that's necessary. So they waste their Terra. Okay. The Rain Dance, like we spoke of, really important. This is completely fine. Icy Wind eats both of our opponents' Pokemon, which is really good. Earth Power onto the Koraidon, that was really predictable. So yeah, this is a good first turn. Okay. Now, what do I think that we can do? Going into Rillaboom is not a good decision because you can just Liquid. It's actually a tough lead. I think I have to go to the Lunala. And I could just Icy Wind again. Or I can be greedy and go for Taunt so that they don't set their Tailwind. Oh, it protected, okay. This is just fine. This is completely fine. So is he going for substitute with the Landorus? Okay, Earth Power. This is completely fine. Okay. So now what do I think? That Landorus did a lot of damage. I'm inclined to go Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam and switching into Koraidon, set up the sun. They can set the rain again. I actually think I'm just going to go into the Rillaboom and eat the Liquid. So this lead from them is like really hard to beat, in my opinion. So we got our Grassy Seed that it's not going to help us at all. Okay, and they switched the Tornadoes. This was... or Tornadoes, I'm sorry. So this is really good. This is really good. Okay. Moongeist Beam into the Landorus slot. Oh yeah, and it did quite a lot of damage. Beautiful. This was a beautiful turn. We love to see this. We love to see this. You can also see that our Lunala is actually faster than the Landorus, and we also see that they did not bring or did not brought one of their restricted Pokemon, right? So right now I want to go into the Koraidon. But I want to fake out the Insane because I don't want to get stuck. Okay, they brought the Zacian. Okay. I did not Terra, so that's really important to keep in mind. The Landorus protected. Okay. So this is completely fine. We faked out the Zacian. Okay, Moongeist team goes empty. Okay. Okay, so we are confirming the speed orders. So Landorus is the slowest Pokemon on the field. Okay. So the Zacian knows Behemoth Blade, Sacred Sword, and Play Rough, so it can't really threaten us, right? I'm just going to Moongeist in the Landorus, and I think U-turning onto the Zacian is really good, because then we can bring the Flutter again, or the Koraidon. Depends. I think that bringing the Flutter is the best option. We are going to survive this. Yeah, 100%. They were predicting the Terra. We did not Terra. Okay. This was really well played by us. Okay. So we are getting a free switch in into Flutter Mane. So we go back, okay. And now we have to decide. They are going to bring the Landorus. They're going to bring the Tornadus, or Tornadus. Or the Incineroar, of course. So let's see what happens. The Incineroar is obviously really threatening, and it brings him. Okay. So we are actually kind of stuck. He can knock off our Lunala and deal devastating damage to us, but we cannot Terra. Because the Zacian can just one-shot us with a Behemoth Blade. So I think we have to play on the offense and target the Zacian. We are going to target the Zacian, and also we are going to Ice Wind them. Zacian protected, okay, so we went for the knockoff into the Lunala. That is going to KO it. That's completely fine. We don't... like, the Lunala is extremely important, but I don't think that in this position is that important. Okay, so we don't lose anything. I think that he wants us to just forcibly respect him, right? Forcibly respect his damage and his conditions. We are not going to do that, and we are going to Trick Room with the Lunala. By Trick Rooming, we can ensure an easier win. So that's really important. And I'm going to taunt the Tornadus. The Zacian cannot touch us, so that's really important. And taunting the Tornadus is... yeah, taunting the Tornadus is really important. Behemoth Blade, I'm not going to Terra. A critical hit, of course. Of course we get critted. Lunala was like our win con. Sometimes that happens, right? He goes for the Blickband. This is fine. This is completely fine. And now we are going to bring the Koraidon. And now we are going to force him to make a decision. So cannot Terra out of this damage, which is really important. I think we just press the big red button with the Flarelets. It just protected, right? No, we went for the Behemoth Blade. So yeah, this is completely fine, like going for the Flarelets onto the Zacian with the Icy Wind. Yeah, he is forced to switch the Zacian. He did not switch the Zacian. So that's a big error from my opponent, I think. We're going to Terra into fire. Our opponent has 0 ways to hit us, so that's really important to keep in mind. He has Behemoth Blade, Play Rough and Sacred Sword. None of those can KO us. The Zacian went for the Protect. Okay, completely fair. Icy Wind onto the Incineroar once more. So our opponent is still in quite of a pickle, right? Because he cannot touch our Koraidon. Now he can fake out, but he can only fake one of us out. He can fake out the Koraidon, of course, but he cannot KO the Koraidon this turn. So I still think that going for the offense is the right choice. And Icy Wind guarantees us speed control that can guarantee us a win. The fake out onto the Koraidon, okay. He went for the Flutter, right? Let's see. Okay, so this actually tells us that our Koraidon is faster. Okay, so this is really interesting. I think the Koraidon is just going to protect. Because he has been doing that play, right? But now, does the Incineroar switch? That's the big question. I think that this is the best play. Because we cover him not switching into Tornadoes. And if he does not switch into the Tornadoes, we just get the KO. Okay, so he did switch into the Tornadoes. Okay, and he did protect, so this was exactly what we are expecting. He wants to recycle the fake out, which is understandable. And we are going to get the Tornadoes next turn. This defense drop could be important though. I think that he's just going to... But I cannot like give him an inch, I think. I'm just going to with hammer And Flare Blitz is going to Rain Dance. Yeah. But I cannot give him an inch. So let's see. He's still super effective, he's still Terra boosted. So let's see how much it does. It does a lot, but not enough. The Behemoth Blade is not going to do enough. Was that another crit? Or no? Okay. Okay. So the good thing is that we confirm. We are just confirming the speed orders, right? So I think I'm just going to close combat the Tornadus, and I'm going to aggressive glide the Zacian. Or we could just, you know, close combat and aggressive glide and see what it brings us. Okay, so this is not terrible. We are going to get the KO out of this, but he's also going to KO both our Pokemon, I think. Oh, we Tailwinded. Okay. But we got the turns right, so we got Grassy Glide and the close combat. Okay. That Tailwind could be the end of us. It really could. So we have to play this accordingly. But I really don't think that Rillaboom can bring this home. I think we have to protect the Koraidon and Woodhammer the Zacian. And hopefully get the KO. So let's see. But we have to make our decisions fast because we are running out of time. Our opponent is taking their sweet time to think about the next turn, which is understandable. We are the ones that are on the clock. So I'm just going to protect. And Woodhammer. I think this is the best play that I can do at the moment. So what did we learn? We learned that the Zacian is actually really slow. That's going to be important to know in the next game. We've also... Oh, this is absolutely perfect. This is just perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Woodhammer gets the KO. Really well played by us. Okay, so Rillaboom was definitely the win con, like I said, right? And yeah, so the Tornadus is faster than us. But I doubt that it can... Oh, so another protect. Why are you doing this? You're stalling your own Rain Dance and Tailwind. I think that... I mean... you should always play for the win right now. Like, Liquid Storms are the best thing right now. Okay, so we won. You lost. I had 2 Pokemon. Why did I lose? Was that just a time issue? I had Okay. I'm actually going to... Okay, so I'm actually quite sad about this. We played really well, actually. I think I thought that we are going to have this one in the bag, but that's okay. So in the previous turn, he led with Rain Dance, with Tornadoes and Landorus. How can we counter this? I think that Lunala brings a lot to the table. Lunala Rillaboom, but Rillaboom can get sniped, so that's not the best. I like the Lunala lead though. Lunala Incineroar is a good lead. I also think that bringing the Koraidon is good, obviously. And the Ursaluna can be devastating. Yeah. I still don't know how we lost that one. I'm just going to assume that it was a timer issue. So I'm going to try to be faster in my decision making. So he brought the same lead. Okay, this is massive. This is massive for us. Tornado says covered cloak. Okay, so here I just trick room, back out. Really easy play, I would say. So we want to control the flow of the battle right now, and by doing this we most definitely do this. He recognizes that, and so he's going to bring their Incineroar. Okay. So once again he probably brought the Zacian, and this is completely fine. This is completely fine by me. We trick room, and we are up. Okay. So we are actually not in that good of a position because he can just knock off and KO us. I actually... Well, I have to do this. I'm just going to Moongeist and Parting Shot. So I am forced to Terra, unfortunately. The Zacian is going to be so scary in the back. Like, actually really, really scary. Oh my god, I need... Okay. Okay. And for the knockoff, onto our own Incineroar, okay. So I have to buy time here. And I think I can do this by just Parting Shot, by Moon Blasting and Parting Shotting, Part Shotting, something like that. The incoming Zacian. Parting Shot. Okay. So our opponent could recognize that we are going to bring the Ursaluna. But let's see if they do. Because if they do, that's massive for them, of course. Yeah. Okay. They do recognize that. We go for the Moon Blast. Okay, so our opponent is actually good. So this is not a good position for us, of course. Both our speed fell, so we are really comfortable right now. I am going to go for the Moongeist Beam. I could also just go for the Wide Guard. I don't think I lose anything by doing this. And for the Headlong Rush, for whatever wants to switch in. It was really smart from our opponent to recognize that. So we recognized that we would Headlong Rush the Incineroar. Oh, and it Terra Grassed the Incineroar. Okay. So our opponent is just reading us, like completely. Which is obviously a horrible thing to happen. Oh, we still get the KO. A critical hit. I mean, it did crit us the previous game and that's why we lost, so... Hey. I don't want to be that guy, but... Yeah, we definitely needed this to come back into the game. I think that the Zacian, it tends to overprotect the Zacian. So that's a thing that we can keep in mind. And it's their last turn of Trick Room, right? You know what? I think we make a bold play. And we double switch. We bring our Insane. And we bring the Koraidon expecting a double protect. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I'm expecting a Behemoth Blade, or no, I'm expecting a double protect. But if we get Behemoth Blade onto our Koraidon, that's not the worst. So let's see. Yeah, we get one protect. Do we get two protects? We do get two protects. So this was exactly what I was talking about. Okay. And so... the Zacian can protect right now, by the way. I think I just want to Flame Charge. But the thing is, yeah, I want to Flare Blitz the Landorus. And fake out the Koraidon. Fake out the Zacian. Okay, this is exactly what I expected, which is really good. The fake out goes wide. Completely fine. We get the Flare Blitz and we get the KO. Okay. So we just have to go into the offense right now. We have to play offensive right now, and to be honest, I think that Flare Blitz into Helping Hand is the best scenario, just to get rid of the Zacian. Does he get the double protect? He won the speed tie? Maybe I saw that wrong. So the Zacian was faster. So I messed up. I think our opponent just straight up won. I don't think we can do anything. I don't think we can do anything from this position. I misread the situation, like, completely. Okay, GG's to my opponent, like, I don't have much to say. I was genuinely expecting the Zacian to be slower, but maybe I forgot a speed tie. Maybe I forgot the speed tie in the previous, in our previous altercation. Okay. So we win some, we lose some. Maybe I see winded them, and this time I forgot. I think that's the most probable thing that happened. So we are playing against the next opponent, Aki, and Aki is bringing Terapagos Kali Shadow team. Okay, so this team, it seems really strong actually, but how can we override this? I think that bringing Koraidon Flutter is always a good first lead, right? I think that is always great. Now we don't need to activate the Grassy Seed onto the Lunala, but bringing the Incineroar, I don't think that is going to do much for us. And I want some specially defensive mons, like Rillaboom. So yeah, Rillaboom is in the back. So I'm expecting a Shadow Rider Insane or Tropical Scream Snarl leave. So let's see. Okay, so he goes for the Kali plus Terapagos. Okay, so the Terapagos is Leftovers and the Kali Shadow is Pokesash. That's really important to keep in mind. And we threaten both of them really badly. So, okay, so I think that Icy Winding is the correct option here. They cannot do much in this situation, so I am just going to go for the Flare Blitz, which is 3, I would say. And I'm going for the Icy Wind to break the Tropico's shell and to diminish the Calyrex Shadow Rider. But they go for the Instant Terra. Okay, so that's really bold of them. We are going to sustain a lot of damage, but we are not going to lose anyone this turn. They're going to take the Sun, making our Flutterman slower, but we have Focus Sash, so we absolutely leave it. They are probably just going to go... Oh, we miss. Who do we miss? Calyrex. We missed the most important one. Okay. That's really bad. That miss is really bad. Okay. So he's just going to Terrastar Storm? Yeah. Okay. So this is not a good start. Okay. So they just led straight offense. Okay. I was not expecting that. That was devastating for us. But now we have our Lunala Rillaboom. Let's see what we can do in this situation. So the Tropagus can't really touch us. That's really important to know. If we Wild Guard, they cannot do anything to us. And I do think that I'm going to Wild Guard. Now, do we think that the Grassy Glide is going to KO? I'm actually just going to calc this. So sorry for this. Shadow Rider. The Grassy Glide can KO. So I just have to go all in my opinion. Nah, I can't. I can't, it is just too risky. I don't want to risk that. I do not want to risk that. Oh, we did get the KO. Okay. We still protect our team, which is the most important thing. Terra Starstorm, we block those. So the White Guard was indeed the correct option. So now he can bring his Incineroar. He brings the Landorus. Okay. So I'm expecting a Terra Starstorm. Like, this is the basic stuff, right? I'm expecting a Terra Starstorm with the Sludge Bomb. Now, does our Rillaboom survive the Sludge Bomb? Great question. I think I'm just going to Moongeist Beam the Landorus. And Grassy Glide the Landorus as well. Just trying to take the KO. I don't know if I can do this. We do survive. Nice. We go for the Moongeist Beam. We don't get it. Okay, and he goes for the Earth Power. Okay, so this is nice. So this is really nice. Okay. This is really nice for us. Because now we can KO the Landorus. Yeah, this is really nice. I'm just going to Wide Guard, Grassy Glide, the Landorus. Because the Tropagus can't really do much. He protects, okay. Maybe stalling the Grassy Terrain turns, which is the correct option, in my opinion. I'm just going to keep the Grassy Glide pressure onto the Landorus. I see no reason to change that. Yep. Okay. So not all is lost right now. So he has to switch the Landorus. In my opinion, the Landorus is life orb. Okay. So I think that the White Guard is still our best option. White Guard here and Grassy Glide here. He's not switching the Landorus, so that makes me think that he has Ogre Pawn, maybe. Incineroar, yeah, he has the Ogre Pawn. What I was going to say is that the Incine is actually, would actually like win him the game in the spot, I think. Yeah, we did a little bit of damage. Terra Starstorm gets blocked. Okay, so we are steadily winning over the game, which is extremely important. Okay. Now, do we still have Grassy Terrain up? We do. So I am just... I'm just going to Wide Guard I lose nothing from doing this. And I'm just going to wood hammer the ogre pawn. White guard goes up. He does not press follow me. Even if he did, it does not matter. Ivy Cudgel is not going to do much. Yep, that's exactly what I was expecting. And we get a KO in return. Massive turn for us. And let's see. And he goes for the Calm Mind. So right now, two things can happen. So we can lose the grassy terrain right now, which is going to happen right now. Yep. And now we basically lost the pressure that we had previously, right? We just lost all our pressure. And so I still think that I want to preserve this Rillaboom. I know that this is wild, but I want to wildcard again, and I want to Terra Woodhammer the Landorus. Let's see. If I get this read right, this could actually just win us the game. So that's really important. Let's see. White guard again. What I want is a Sludge Bomb onto the Rillaboom. We survive. Yeah. Woodhammer is going to KO. Yeah, he's going to KO us. Right. Oh, we survive with one. This is massive. This is actually really important, because this means that we can just keep damaging these Terrapagos, right? But the Terrapagos could still just roll us over, so we have to be mindful of what we do. I think that just going for the maximum amount of damage here is the correct option, so with Hammer with the Moonblast and hoping for a crit or something like that. That did almost nothing. He's going to Terra Starstorm, probably. So now we are... Okay, he Earth Powered. Oh, that did so much damage. Oh, we can only win if we crit, I think. Damn, I don't think we win this one. Yeah. We got nothing from this. Terra Starstorm is just going to KO us. Okay. Yeah, really well played. Really well played. Okay. So we went Kali Shadow with the Landorus and Ogre Pawn in the back. Okay. So we are going to play again. What can we do? So that turn one was devastating for us. It was really bad for us. So he went Kali Shadow, Terrapagos plus Landorus, Ogre Pawn. What can counter this? I think that going Lunala or Saluna just right off the bat is amazing. Is it amazing? No, it actually isn't, because I can't set a Trick Room. if he leads the Kali Shadow. So what can I do? Insane. Do we just go like insane with Ursaluna? Coridon Lunala? I think we are just going to go with the same lead again. But we are going to bring the Ursaluna though. I want to set up the Trick Room. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if he goes for the same lead. Calyrex Insane. Okay. And we go Coridon Flutter once more. But now what I'm going to do is going to be different. Like the Incineroar can fake us out, and it will fake us out. So I'm just going to protect the Coridon and Icy Wind again. And I'm going to try to hit this Icy Wind. Let's see if I can eat it. So this Icy Wind is massive for us. We protect. He goes for the Astral Barrage. That's what I presume. Oh my god, again. Oh, okay. That's not that important. Critical hit on the Kali Shadow. Devastating. And we get it. Okay. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. So now we could just Terra Fire. It could protect, so it could actually Anchor us, right? And because I'm expecting that, I'm just going to bring the Ursaluna right now. You know what I could do? I could just do this and this. I'm still faster, so I'm just going to go for the KO. I lose nothing from doing this. I have Taunt on the Flutter Mane, so I'm expecting an Encore from the Shadow Rider. That's why I went for the Taunt. The Calyrex protected. That's not the best look. Okay. And we get the Taunt negated, and he's going to go for the knockoff onto the Coridon. The Flare Blitz. I'm sorry, that was us. He's going for the knockoff, I would say, onto the Coridon. Yeah, that was the most logical thing to do. The thing is, like, that Calyrex is still going to get KO'd, right? And what I can actually do here is I could bring the Lunala or the Ursaluna. And I think I want to bring the Ursaluna right now. I think that the Flutter did what it had to do, so... And our opponent can't really threaten us that much. I'm expecting a Flare Blitz onto the Ursaluna slot, or a U-turn. Let's see, if he goes for the knockoff on the Ursaluna, I just... Okay. Okay, so that is great. That is great, great. So, he's going to bring who? The Landorus. Okay. And The Terrapagos or the Insane again? Who are you bringing? The Insane. So either way, we can get a KO in this situation. Because I'm just going to close combat the Insane. You know what? Yeah, the Insane is the threat though. But I don't think we get the KO. Still. I'm just going to go for the Adamant. -1 onto the Insane. We don't get the KO, so I'm just going to Flare Blitz and Headlong Rush the Incineroar. So this is fine. We are going to lose our Koraidon. Oh, we didn't. Okay, so this is massive. Get rid of Incineroar, which was one of our biggest threats. So that's massive. One of our opponent's biggest threats, I mean. That's massive, that's massive. Okay. So now he's going to bring the Terrapagos, of course. So we still have the Flutter over there. You know what? I think I'm just going to let... Yeah, I'm just going to let our Koraidon faint, and I'm going to bring the Ursaluna. Then I'm going to set up the Trick Room with the Ursaluna. And yeah, let's see. Oof, this is not good for us. But we want to lose the Koraidon right now, so that we can bring the Ursaluna. Sincere misses the Lunala. That's amazing. That is actually really, 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 really good. Okay. Large Sunlight faded. Do we bring the Ursaluna now? I think I'm just going to bring the Flutter. But I'm not going to Icy Wind. I'm just going to Taunt. And do I Trick Room? I don't think I lose much from this. No, I lose. I lose a lot from this, so I'm just going to Taunt. And... no, Icy Wind. Moongeist Beam. Landorus protected. Does the Terrapagos go for the Calm Mind? If he does, that's devastating. I mean, not that devastating, we still have Ursaluna in the back. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. Critical hit on the Terrapagos, massive. So does the Terrapagos go for the Calm Mind? It does. This is fine though, this is fine. We are still in the game. I think Moongeist Beaming and Icy Winding is the correct choice. Like every time they are going to bring their full power Terrapagos, which is understandable. But after 2 speed drops, I think that the Terrapagos should be slower than the Ursaluna. Landorus gets to... okay. Yeah, the Terrapagos is still faster. The Terrapagos is still faster than the Ursaluna. That's crazy. Okay. And the Landorus gets KO. And now we have to deal with a +1 Terrastar Storm from the Terrapagos. Oh, okay. So we actually eat it up. Okay. This is fine. So I basically want to prepare our Ursaluna, right? So I'm just going to keep Icy... I'm going to do one more Icy Wind. Okay. We are going to survive Terrastar Storm. Oh, that's a critical hit, that's massive. And special attack drop, that's even more important. Okay. So this is massive. This is actually massive. And I can just taunt. And do I wide guard? We don't gain much from wide guarding. But E is at +2. Yeah, but we don't gain much from wide guarding. Sorry, went for the protect. Okay. Completely fine. So in this situation, I don't want the Terrapagos to be able to protect. And so I'm just going to keep taunting him and moonblasting him. So let's see. Go for the moonblast. Do a little bit of damage to the Starstorm. Okay, excellent, 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 excellent. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay. So now we bring the Ursaluna, and the Terrapagos cannot protect. The Terrapagos cannot protect. So I'm just going to Facade. We are faster than it. So I think I just have to go for the win. No, but I want to wide guard, just, you know, playing it safe. We should win with this one. Yeah, we win. Okay. Okay. So this was massive. So now it led with a Kali, Incineroar, and then he went with the Terrapagos, plus Landorus. So the common three here are the Restricted and Landorus. I think because he lost this game, he wants to bring the Terrapagos turn 1 again. And so I'm actually going to bring both our fake out users. I think priority is going to be really important in this end game. So let's see. Galley Shadow Terrapagos. I think Koraidon is going to stay in the back with Lunala and we are going to bring both our fake out users. So like in the first turn, so I think Insane Rillaboom is really powerful here with the Lunala and Koraidon in the back. I think this is a really powerful lead. And why do I think this? Well, in the previous game that he won, he led with Kali Shadow, Kali Shadow Trapagos, right? And again, in this one, he led with Kali Shadow Insane and he lost. So I think he's going to lead again with a Kali Shadow Trapagos because we used the same lead twice. And we can capitalize on that by just, yep, this is exactly what I wanted. And we can capitalize on this by aggressive gliding and knocking off the Kali Shadow and just doing massive damage. So yeah, let's see. I'm just going to, like I said, knock off. Let's see, this guy is Terra Dark, so that's really important. He is Terra Dark, so I think that knocking off this guy and actually U-turning is actually like the best option. He withdrew Calyrex and he brought Ogerpon. Okay, so we recognize that this is perfect. We are going to get free damage on it, so that Trapagos protected. And we get a lot of damage onto this Ogerpon. This is excellent. And now I'm just going to bring the Lunala. The Lunala is really free right now. We got the Grassy Seed. Okay. So we went Kali Shadow, Terapagos. We don't KO, but that's fine. That's actually fine. And I want to bring the Rillaboom back. No. I want to bring the Rillaboom again. I could just, you know, Terra, but that is really risky because we don't get the resistance to the Kali Shadow. And I'm actually just going to Moonblast the Trapagos. Okay, so we switch. So he still has one missing. We bring the Rillaboom again, Wood Hammer onto the Lunala. Really smart play by our opponent. Basically recognizing that we needed to switch the Insane. We did a little bit of damage onto the Trapagos, and this Earthquake did nothing, did 0 damage. From the knowledge of the previous game, we know that the Grassy Glide KOs the Ogerpon, but we also know that the Terapagos could just delete our terrain, so I'm just going to fake out the Ogerpon. I could just fake out the Ogerpon, yeah. And do I just Moonblast? Yeah, I think I just Moonblast. Okay. So he didn't get rid of the terrain. Okay. We get the Moonblast off, which is important. Yeah, because he doesn't get access to Terra Shell. He gets another Calm Mind, which is annoying, but it's not the worst. It is not the worst. Now I do think that he has to Terra eventually. Right, he has to Terra eventually. He can't just keep doing this. And for that reason, I'm really tempted to just do this. But I also want to wide guard. I actually just... What if I U-turn? Wide guard. Oh my god. Okay. He's just playing like ultra safe. Another wood hammer. Man. Like, that is so frustrating. That is so frustrating right now. We were in a really strong position too. I think I just have to bring the Insane. He brings the Kali, which is fine. He just protected the Tropicos, so is he going to protect it again? I don't think that he's going to take that risk. He could wood hammer the Tropicos, knock off the Kali, because our biggest threat is always the Kali, right? But if he protects the Kali, like, we are doomed. I'm just going for the knockoff on the Tropicos. Okay, so the knockoff was good. Okay. The knockoff on the Tropicos is going to help us a lot. We survive, right? Yeah. Huge knockoff. But I still think that we are in trouble right now. So doesn't Sin leave? Oh, it's going to be really close. I don't think we will leave this one. So I'm actually just going to go for the wood hammer and helping hand onto the Rillaboom. I'm expecting like an Astral Barrage, Terrastar Storm, something like that. Astral Barrage. We don't survive with Insane, unfortunately. Oh, we did. Come on. We could have gotten rid of this Pokemon. Ay ay ay. Okay. Oh, this is not cool. I do think that our Crydon survives, but I don't think it survives the double up. Because it's just going to Terra now. We have no priority. I mean, we could just go for it. We have nothing to lose, right? We have to do this. let's see. He's going to get rid of the sun. That's the most probable thing. But now it comes into like, does Rillaboom survive the Astral Barrage? And I think that that's really close. Yeah, it's going to be really close. We should be able to KO the thingy though, the what's his name? The Tropicals. So let's see, Astro. Oh, Rillaboom does not survive. Like, this is not like good for us at all. So he brings the Landorus and we just completely lose this one. I am just going to flame charge the Kali though. Ah, he goes for the Psychic. Okay. Okay. And this is the end of this video. As I said in the beginning, there will be another video continuing this tournament. So you guys can expect the release of that video in this week. More tournaments will come and more teams will be utilized. So be ready to watch me fumble the bag more times. In all seriousness, I'll thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been giving me. You guys have been impeccable. With this said, I'll see you guys in the next one.